where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
We're through the warm-ups. Both teams are ready. And we're off from Baltimore. Craig Reynolds to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
I like real plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
They bring their tight end left. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He's contained at the line for no gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Goff now on 3rd down. St. Brown's got it. Complete. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. He sends this one to the end zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's gone. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. We'll cobble together a yard there. Justin Matabike making that stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
This is complete to Gibbs. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Bates' kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he gets him around 6 there. DJ Reed brings him down that time. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Motion man sent left. From the 44 here on 2nd down. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They put Flowers in motion right. They go play fake with Jackson. Completes this one to Hill. And they had that one contained right at the line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense some better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, here's Lamar. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. Trying again following the sack. He's got Andrews. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And the Lions sinking pass here. Dime package, 3rd down coming up. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That's a short gain of 1. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Bateman, the motion man left. First and 10. Here's Jackson. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Rolling left behind. And they take this in for the score. The Ravens pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rush coming for Goff. Wright reels it in. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They put a receiver in motion right. Here's 2nd and 7. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he'll get it up to the 44. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Into traffic, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And they bring him down around the 34.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Goff to the air now. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. On first down, they'll run. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
This is Henry on 2nd. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Putting a receiver in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Here's Jordan Stout coming on again to punt. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Lions will go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. Tight end in motion left. On first down, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Goff now, third and long. This is complete to Gibbs. And that will not be enough for a first down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Jack Fox on the punt. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. On first down, Jackson. That's incomplete left side.
And coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at third and very long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They're trying an option play left side on first down. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Second and 3. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up fourth and a few.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Goff on 1st and 10. Catch made underneath by the back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
Well, that run puts them right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work, too.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action with Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Patrick going to motion over left. To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's gone. Finds a man, right side. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing again, it's Goff. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Oh, he's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Lamar now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my...
Jordan Stout on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Second and 4. He finds Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Cut for big yards on the right side. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions push their lead to 3. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, Jackson. That's brought in by Miller. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside, look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. Broke through the tackle. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Rolling out to his left. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Off play action, Goff. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. Tylan Wallace on the return for the Ravens. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Complete. Derrick Henry. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll have it up across the 20 on a decent pickup there. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Trying down the middle with Henry. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They've got a man in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. Pushing it up past the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Lamar off the play fake. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion, out of the slot. They run it with King Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Lamar back to throw. Connects with Bateman. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens pushing for a score before the break. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Completed over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Working inside the red zone. Gets this one to Andrews. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. The Ravens kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most. And we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pass is caught, that's Tim Patrick. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
On first down, it's gone. Laporta with the grab. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw from Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. He's got to gain a 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Detroit calls timeout, it's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. One last play before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. And he did it with his legs, accounting for 3 first-half touchdowns on the ground. Sensational.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hill now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And you want your quarterback to, number one, find ways to score for your offense. You always tell me that, Brock. But also, he's done it more than just through the air for them. That last drive, a notable touchdown for him on the ground for the season. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Lamar now from the gun. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Jackson throwing here. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Goff on 1st and 10. Has the connection to right. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Goff. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He puts some power on a deep one left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They motion Bateman over right. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Henry on the option. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
They send a man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Into the hands of Likely. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
2nd and 3 now. Slot receiver headed left. 2nd and 3. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Play action now with Jackson. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to go. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st down, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Coming right is Gibbs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play, Because at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, gone. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down throw from Goff. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. They're going play action. That's caught for the 1st. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Play action on 1st down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. Scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Lions offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Hill now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Ravens ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Offense to the line for second down. Man in motion here. Lamar now from the gun. Connects with Bateman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, here's Lamar. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They've got first down from the 31. Going with King Henry here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Jackson finds him over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
A fifth defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On first down, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Lions offense returning to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. First down, ball at the 36. Motioning the tight end now. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Gone. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Goff now on 3rd down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Lions readying for the punt. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
of the gun. Here's Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Jackson throwing here. A quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. Jukes one defender. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Play fake, Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Now, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Taken off with it again.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Brian Branch has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Back out runs their offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He finds Laporta. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So out now comes the punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he'll get it up to the 27. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
One of the tight ends in motion left. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Bateman hauls it in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Third and a lone yard coming up. They send the tight end in motion left. Turning to Henry on third. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, a run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Play action now with Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lamar now from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens with a comfortable 12-point lead. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Reynolds with a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense getting all set for this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Throwing is gone. Laporta with a grab. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the Lions the first. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Throwing again, it's Goff. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a 1-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens. And they're moments away now from celebrating a win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another run for Henry. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.